The Real McCoys, starring Walter Brennan, created by Irving Pincus.
Want you to meet the family known as the Real McCoys. That's Grandpappy Amos, the head of the clan. He roars like a lion, but he's gentle as a lamb. And now here's Luke, who beams with joy since he made Kate Mrs. Luke McCoy. From West Virginia, they came to stay in sunny California. Old Grandpappy Amos and the girls and the boys of the family known as the Real McCoys.
That bird ain't laid an egg since last Tuesday. Now you look here, Hannah. That's what they look like. Now you hunker down and get to work and earn your fee. Elsewise, we'll be seeing you at Sunday dinner on a platter. Now, there ain't no use to going to blubbering about it. You just settle down to work.
Senor Grandpa, she has come.
What's come?
The letter from West Virginia from your friend Frank Goody.
Is that our Frank Goody from Smoky Corners? Yeah, I read him last week. That is, Pepina did. Open her up and see what he's got to say. Maybe some news, huh? Hey, you go get the eggs with it, Pepina. See, you do better than I can.
Dear Amos, I sure was glad to hear from you. This here letter is being wrote by a feller I stopped on the road. Sure hope you can read his writing, the way his hand is shaking. You know how some of these city fellers are when you hold a gun on them. Elvira and me was real happy to get your invite to come out there to California and visit with you. Grandpa, you invited the Goodys for a visit?
I sure did.
Me and Elvira bought us a ticket on the train, and Elvira is busting with excitement. Right now, she's practicing walking around with shoes on. And the fella says we will get to California on the 23rd.
Great day in the morning. The 23rd, that's tomorrow, ain't it?
Yeah.
Ain't that something?
Oh, yeah, man, won't they be a sight for sore eyes?
Especially Elvira.
Yeah, oh, now, Grandpa, I'm married to Kate now.
Yeah, but I never will forget you could have married Elvira. Now, there's a woman who's got everything a man could ask for in a wife. Enough muscles to pull a plow and not enough brains to start an argument. And still a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah, we had some mighty good times.
You remember the time when she was 17 years old on her birthday? Frank went out and bought her first set of store-bought clothes.
And we finally talked her into putting her dress on, but Frank had to hold her down to shoe her.
This female, she's a girl or a horse?
She's all girl, and she's plenty of her. Only Elvira never did take the shoes. See, that's probably why she's so goddamn good-natured all the time, you know. You take these women's feet and stuff them into these narrow shoes, it irritates them all the way up to the head. And then
What you been doing? Kate needs them eggs for her cake right now.
Oh, here they are, Hassie. Say, Hassie, who do you think's coming to visit us? The Goodys.
The Goodies?
Yeah, Frank and Elvira coming all the way from West Virginia. Going to get here tomorrow.
Oh, no.
What do you mean, oh, no? They're friends of ours, ain't they?
Well, they may be our friends, but that Elvira ain't no friend to Kate.
Now, wait a minute. You mean just 'cause I married Kate instead of her? Why, there's never any hard feelings about that.
Think you could ever make Kate believe that? Especially after the way Grandpa keeps talking about how Elvira would have made a better wife for you than her.
Well, I never meant it like that.
Well, maybe so, but just don't you go around expecting Kate to kick up her heels for joy when she hears that the Goodies are coming.
Say, Grandpa,
Now,
maybe...
don't you fret, son. We got a right to invite our own friends, ain't we?
Well, yeah, but...
Well, you march right in the house and tell Kate so. Well?
Well, Grandpa, maybe I better wait for just the right time to sort of spring it.
Ain't nothing more pitiful under the sun than a man who's scared of his own wife.
I ain't neither scared of her.
You are so scared of her.
I ain't.
Then why don't you go in and tell her?
I'm scared of her.
Bet your life you are, but I ain't scared of her. I'll go in and tell her.
Now, wait a minute, Grandpa. I reckon if there's anything she's got to know, I'm the one that's got to tell her.
Yeah, that's more like it.
Grandpa, why don't you just come along with me, sort of keep me company?
This is pitiful, just plain pitiful.
Well, wait a minute, Peppino, where are you going?
I will get the couch ready for you to sleep on tonight.
What's the matter with you? Standing there looking so mournful, you look like a coyote that's lost his howl. What is it?
Kate, I can't hold it no more. I gotta tell you.
Well, that's what I want you to do, honey. Tell me.
Well, Luke's gonna tell you something. And as one woman to another, I gotta prepare you for it.
Land sakes, Hassie, Luke's my husband. There ain't nothing that he's got to tell me you got to prepare me for.
Elvira Goody's coming here tomorrow. It's true. Grandpa sent Frank an invite. He's bringing Elvira with him, and they're going to be here tomorrow. What you going to do, Kate? Fight her off with a broomstick?
I can't do that.
Well, you sure got to do something. You ain't going to let that woman near Luke, are you?
I don't know, Hassie.
Well, I wouldn't let no woman near a man of mine. It's been my experience. You got to nip these things in the bud.
Your experience?
Yeah, one time I caught Joey Paulson sitting from the same soda as another girl. I didn't just stand there. I fought back. I went right over and pitched her straw so she couldn't draw up her half.
I see. Elvira's coming here with her daddy all the way from West Virginia. I can't very well turn him away, can I? Although I'm not too happy about it. But the worst thing a woman can do is to let her jealousy show. You know, I got to pretend that I'm right glad she's coming.
Glad she's coming?
Well, sure. Besides, what have I got to be jealous of Elvira Goody for anyway? She's probably fatter than she was back in West Virginia. She was bigger than a house then. Didn't wear no shoes. Why, she ain't what you'd rightly call a woman.
Luke did.
Well, he knows better now.
Kate? Your husband's got something he wants to tell you.
Well, what is it, Luke?
Kate, you remember Frank Goody and his daughter Elvira from Smoky Corners?
I sure do.
Grandpa's head of the house. I think it's only fitting that you tell her.
I'd be happy to. Kate, I invited Frank and Elvira Goody to come and visit us. They'll be here tomorrow.
Well, I think that's real nice.
Better tell her again, Grandpa. I don't think she heard you.
I heard you. I'm right glad to hear it. Frank can move in with you, Grandpa, and Elvira can move in with Hassie. I guess I better go and straighten up them rooms. Come on, Hassie.
You see there, Grandpa? Hey, and you didn't think she was going to be glad the Goodies was coming.
I didn't think. Well, you was the one that said you didn't think she liked the ID. Now, look, Luke. There's a rightly fine girl. I can't understand why you keep picking on her all the time.
Here comes the taxi cab. There they are.
I see Frank waving.
Hey, Patsy! Kate, they're here.
I still think you ought to fight her off with a broomstick.
Hassie, now, I told you I ain't worried about that old Elvira. Besides, when a woman marries a man, she's got to trust him. I trust Luke. Come on.
Say, this easy living ain't sapped all your strength.
I'm stronger than ever was. The only trouble you is you lost so goddamn much fat I can't get a handhold on you.
It's good to see you.
Hey, Frank, where's Elvira?
Elvira, don't be shy. Come on out.
I'm coming to some gentleman helps me out. Hi, you looky, honey. Why, it sure is good to see you, little old cutie pie.
It's good to see you, too.
Well, that sure's going to take a heap of trusting.
Hi, you honey.
On the house.
Say, it's sure good to be here. Say, you kids have grown like weeds. You still single, Hassie?
They're single. They don't leave them out of school after they're 17 here. You ain't got Elvira yet, have you?
No, we're still looking for a fella she can't walk.
Make many like this one. Right, Kate?
Why don't y'all make yourself at home? I'll fix you something nice and cool to drink.
Yeah, right over here. It's too good to see you, brother.
Yeah.
How was the trip?
Well, Amos, to tell you, if I couldn't run a railroad better than that, I'd give up.
Pa's just riled because the conductor took his squirrel gun away from him.
All I was trying to do is pop me off a couple of rabbits along the way.
Yeah, but he was shooting from inside the dining car.
So, this is the place that Ben McCoy left you in his will, huh?
Yep.
Mighty fancy, mighty fancy. Probably has indoor plumbing and everything, huh?
You don't even have to go outside for water.
That's so. Roof leaks, huh?
No, built right inside. Come on, I'll show you.
Grandpa, show Frank the water heater. Luke, Elvira, I'll be out in a minute with this.
Man, you sure do look good, Lukey.
Oh, well, you're looking pretty good yourself, Elvira. You seem to sort of narrow it in some places and grow it out in others. Fell together mighty nice.
It sure was crazy letting you get away from me like you done.
Well, now, I'm going to cut out that kind of talk.
Can't tell me it wasn't mighty sweet in me for a time there.
Well, me and half the fellas in Smoky Corners.
There wasn't one of them fellers had a chance of a treat coon when you was around. And I let you know it. That was the trouble.
Oh, now, I would say that.
Yeah, that was the mistake I made. Sometimes you scare away the fish when you wiggle the bait too fast.
Here's some nice cold lemonade for y'all.
Ain't that right nice? Say, Kate, I ain't hardly had a chance to say hello to you. You're sure looking fit. Sorry, honey. I keep forgetting how scrawny she is. Well, who is this little fella?
My name is Pepino, señorita. I will take the bags to your room. It'll be a great pleasure.
Well, say now. Let me have a look at you. What a cute little old butterfly. There, little man. Don't you go straining yourself. Where are they supposed to go?
Down the hallway.
Stand aside. Now, if you'll excuse me, I gotta take off this here dress before it strangles me. Oh. See you later.
Gee, wow, what a woman.
The dead blames. Is it safe to drink?
I don't use it myself much, but it don't seem to hurt the rest of them none.
Well, this don't beat all. Yeah? Tell me, Amos, what do you think of all this hogwash?
Well, I tell you, Frank, at times it's mighty hard to take. Would you believe that Kate sends Luke to a store to get his hair cut?
No.
Just as true as I'm standing here. And of all the washing and bathing that goes on in this house, well, I expect to see the whole family any morning come to breakfast with the skin just a-falling off them.
I thought they looked a mite pasty-faced.
How do you like this Kate's hat, Pa? Ain't it a humdinger?
Looks good on you.
I'd sure like to take that back home for the scarecrow. That'd keep the birds out of the corner.
My new hat.
Say, Katie, how about selling it? Our scarecrow needs dressing up.
Let me have it, please, Elvira.
I wasn't hurting it none.
Hey, look how pretty Elvira looks in your hat, Tate. How come it don't look that good on you?
I reckon it's just a matter of too much hat and too little woman.
Come on, Frank and Elvira, show you the bathroom.
She sure is a lot of woman, ain't she?
There's some that might say she's pretty near too much.
What, you don't like Elvira?
Oh, I'm right fond of Elvira. I like her fine. As a matter of fact, there's no one I like better than I do Elvira.
Lucy, come on in here.
Oh, I sure am glad Elvira's happy here with us.
Take the rag off in the bush.
Get in, Paul. I'll give you a bath. How do you make the water run, Lucy?
Lukey. Kate, you gotta do something. I've learned in my experience that you...
I see. I value your womanly advice, but not just now, honey. Go on.
So, old Amos He says to the revenue, all we're making in that there still is mouth gargles, sir. And if you don't believe me, you can taste it. So the revenue, he takes one sip, his eyes roll back, he keels over. And me and Amos, we tie him onto a log and throw him down the river.
All right. That was mighty tasty victuals. Tomorrow I'll cook us up a mess of hog jowls and grits for you, Lukey.
Yeah, there ain't nothing can beat Elvira's hog jowls.
Remember, Lukey, the picnic box I made up tonight we went to Possum Lake?
Yeah, I sure do. Hey, that was the night we went rowing on the lake, wasn't it?
You got a good memory, Lukey. That was the night we lost the oars.
Yeah, we floated around that darn lake near half the night.
I got a confession to make to you, Lukey. We didn't just lose them oars. I slipped them over the side when you wasn't looking.
I got a confession to make to you, too.
Yeah?
I was looking. What's the trouble, Sugar Babe?
Ain't no trouble. Everything's just fine.
Oh, come on now. Something's wrong. You ain't letting Elvira bother you, are you? That's just her way.
Of course, I ain't letting her bother me.
Are you sure?
I said so, didn't I? I ain't got time to go getting upset about some fat mountain girl.
Well, now, I wouldn't exactly call Elvira fat.
No, I guess some of them bulges is muscles.
Sugar Babe, what's been eating at you? You ain't acted like yourself all day.
Well, if you're bound to hear it, I've had just a little bit more of the goodies than I can stand.
Kate.
Don't worry, Kate. You ain't gonna have to stand us no more.
Oh, Frank, we didn't see you standing there.
Well, it's all right, Luke. I'm glad we was. Maybe we ain't nothing but simple mountain folks, but we sure got sense enough to know where we ain't wanted. Elvira, go and pack the suitcase.
Who's packing what suitcases?
Well, now, I'm plumb sorry, Amos, but you shouldn't ought to invite folks to your house that ain't welcome to everybody.
Who says he ain't welcome? I'm gonna hand it to you, Kate. Took you just one day to break up a friendship that's lasted 30 years. Frank! Figure out what's going into that dang female of yours.
Suppose you don't know. Men.
Wait a minute. What don't we know?
You may be my big brother, but sometimes you act like a little boy, only dumber. Especially when it comes to understanding women.
What are you driving at?
Don't you know what's been eating Kate? She's been sick with jealousy, that's what.
Jealousy?
What's Kate got to be jealous about?
Oh, nothing, Grandpa. Nothing at all. Except little things like Elvira picking Luke up and hugging him and kissing him and then telling Elvira she looks better in Kate's hat than Kate, talking about moonlight rides and losing oars on purpose. Oh, sure, a woman loves to hear that kind of talk from her husband.
Well, jingoes, if she was jealous, why didn't she just come out and say so?
Because no woman is going to admit to her man that she's jealous of her rival.
Rival?
Elvira ain't no rival. Kate's a McCoy now.
Well, why don't you tell her to her face now and then, Grandpa, instead of always saying Elvira would have made a better wife for Luke than Kate, just because she's big enough and strong enough to lick 2 men in the morning and pull a plow in the afternoon.
Oh, Grandpa, I didn't think she'd take it serious, did you?
No, I never did, Luke. I guess she's as thin-skinned as she is small-boned. I should have known better. I'm going to have to square it with her.
I'll explain it to her when she gets back.
If she gets back.
What do you mean, if?
After what's happened, there's no telling what she may do.
Frank, did you miss the train?
Yeah, miss it.
We was drug off the train.
Drug off?
Yeah.
Hey, Kate! What are you doing there?
Well, she's the one that drug us off the train, made us come back here.
For a puny little gal, she's got more spunk than a wildcat. You sure know how to pick 'em, Luke.
Oh, let me take your bag in.
Checkerboard, I'll be in play a game in a minute.
It's a deal, Amos.
Kate. There's a mighty big thing you done.
Not so big, Grandpa. I had no call to drive him out of the house in the first place.
But you brought Elvira back, even though you did feel the way you felt about her. Hassie done told me how you felt. What I'm trying to say, Kate, is I'm rightly proud you're a McCoy. Guess I better go in now and try and make Frank and Elvira feel to home.
Kate, there's something I got to clear up about me and Elvira.
There's nothing to clear up, Luke. She's your guest, and it's only fitting you should entertain her.
No, that's what I got to clear up. I ain't gonna have no time to entertain Elvira. You see, there's this other gal.
Other gal?
Yeah, she's a cute little thing. She stands about so high. Ain't much meat on her, but, well, there's enough to hold on to.
Well, look at there.
Kissing in broad daylight. Old as brass.
That's California living for you. It's fast.